ServiceNow for Microsoft? Understanding why ServiceNow for Microsoft really sets into what we've heard back from customers, which is customer organizations are faced with providing better experiences and more efficiency for their employees. Most every customer we speak to has a version of this statement that applies to them, and it's a mission critical objective to address for every single customer. It's mission critical because the proliferation of applications today has created a common challenge, which is to manage these multiple experiences. Employees and agents today have to wrestle with experiences across email, chat, portals, different applications, and this creates stress as they're constantly toggling or swivel chairing between different applications, either to get information, do work, respond to a notification, etc. This is not only stressful, but it's highly inefficient. Navigating to so many places for information is just not a good use of time. Also, these individual experiences are not perfect, and sometimes information can just be missed altogether. It's easy to understand why solving these challenges is so important once you dig deeper into the numbers. We found, according to a McKinsey report, that an estimated 20% of employee time is lost searching for information to complete a task or a workflow. Harvard Business Review reports 9% of time is lost trying to reorient to a task after visiting a new application. And finally, our friends at Gartner report 43% of employees miss important information because they have too many applications open. Maybe this hasn't happened to you, but I have to confess it's happened to me once or twice. And employees and agents shouldn't have to struggle with this. And now they no longer have to. This is where the integration between ServiceNow and Microsoft comes into play. Our integration improves efficiency by seamlessly weaving ServiceNow and Microsoft experiences into a natural workspace. And with this seamless experience, you get happier employees. It doesn't feel like ServiceNow or Microsoft Teams. It's a single experience that both agents and employees can enjoy. Also, it increases productivity because the integration between Teams and ServiceNow brings notifications, information, and action into a single place. Finally, the integration optimizes collaboration. Good things just happen when you take a world-class collaboration software and weave it directly into a world-class workflow software. So let's dig a little deeper to see how different stakeholders can benefit from the integration. And we'll start with the CIO. The CIO wants to make sure they're maximizing their strategic investments that have been made around efficiency, collaboration, and experience. For the service owner, they want to be able to alert employees to outages and then quickly bring experts onto a Teams bridge for some streamlined collaboration to resolve an issue. Agents want to be able to reach out directly to employees or to other experts in Teams directly from ServiceNow. And finally, the employee doesn't want to have to leave their natural workspace when it comes to requesting a service, or to find answers, or to provide information. This can all be done directly within Teams or Outlook or the Microsoft 365 app. So let's talk briefly about how we define efficiency through experience. And here are 5 different app experiences that show off the integration for agents and employees. So first off, we have ServiceNow's Employee Center. From here, employees can request service, review tasks, search knowledge-based articles, make requests, many different activities, all directly from Teams, Outlook, or the Microsoft 365 app. Next, we have Virtual Agent, where employees can self-serve through automated workflows, view knowledge-based articles, initiate requests, etc., all within Teams. Then there's Service Operations Workspace, which helps the agent further reduce mean time to resolution by invoking Teams notifications, conversations, and conferences directly from ServiceNow. In addition, Major Incident Management helps service owners get services up again faster through automated Teams calls from ServiceNow. And then finally, agent-to-employee chat helps to enable an agent to directly contact an employee inside of Teams from ServiceNow. All of these really go to address that initial issue around more efficiency and a better experience. Thank you. And now let's move into the solution overview. We'll start out looking at capabilities that really benefit the employee experience. Top of the list, Employee Center. You may know a bit about Employee Center already. You may have heard from your employees that they're constantly chasing down where they need to go to get support services. But now more and more employees expect this unified digital service to support their professional journeys, and they want that same consumer-like, Amazon-like experience when they're at the workplace with a really easy-to-use interface that also gives them visibility into their requests. And today, agencies can struggle to provide connection around integrating with other systems that often would include approvals and tasks, as well as modern communications or omni-channel communications through personalized content and alerts based on role or department, tenure, location, team, other demographics that would be pulled from an existing system, as well as communications around content that's managed centrally for the enterprise, as well as team-managed content contributions. They're also looking for simplicity, real-time help for technology around, for any technology for human resources or other administrative needs. And they want this wherever they go, whether they're on their computer, walking up live, calling in, or potentially at a kiosk. These employee workflow capabilities increase enterprise-wide self-service and the flow of work from back-office administrative efficiency. And you get all of this through Employee Center, through Microsoft Teams, Outlook, and the M365 app. Can't say enough about how much Employee Center can really impact an organization and make an employee's life easier. What's more, I talked a bit about Employee Center being available in Outlook and M365. We've had the integration with Teams for a couple of years now since our San Diego release, but with the August release for Vancouver, now Employee Center is available directly in your Outlook client as well as the M365 app. So employees can get access to Employee Center anywhere they go. Furthermore, digging a little bit deeper into Employee Center, it's really a huge productivity boost for employees because the vast majority of their work time can be spent here. What's great about this experience is how natural it feels. Employees can access Employee Center after having a chat with their manager, and they can complete a workflow or look at a company-wide conference to learn about an update that was shared. And this Employee Center alone increases self-service. Being available inside Teams, it's so much easier to access, and because it's easier to access, you get more self-service. In addition, employees who are using Employee Center in Teams can get more effective communications. This experience is really how you'd imagine it. An employee can receive a notification with a brief summary in their activity feed in Teams, and they can go directly to Employee Center through that interface. And within Teams, they can click on more information. It's a great way to drive more engagement around critical news and upcoming events. Finally, this is a bilateral experience, meaning that you can start in the browser experience or in Teams and then connect out of Teams. So if you want to look and see look into an employee's profile page, you can see their availability, and with a click of a button, you can start the conference, have a chat with them right away. A couple of other new features, relatively new features. The Approvals Hub within Employee Center integrates with multiple applications. Recently, with the Q3 release in August, we integrated with Workday. Prior to that, we had an integration with Concur. And what this does is enables an approver to get their approval requests within Teams rather than logging directly into these individual applications or to some other repository that might have approvals. All of the approvals needed can be streamlined within a single place with this pre-built integration. And one of the benefits of Employee Center Pro that really is available through Teams for organizations that are driving approvals to managers. In addition, the Employee Center integration with Microsoft Viva Connections dashboard is now generally available as of the August release. This puts Employee Center into the Viva dashboard and enables an employee from Viva to click in to see exactly what tasks or updates might be waiting for them within Employee Center, and then they can access it directly through the Viva Connections dashboard. A real value add where an employee just can go to a single location within Teams, never leave Teams, and get to multiple locations. So if you're using the Viva integration, if you're using Viva Connections, the Employee Center integration with Viva Connections is probably a really good way to look. Moving on, virtual agent integration with Microsoft Teams is very powerful. If your organization is leveraging ServiceNow's virtual agent, you know that it automates many common workflow areas through all of the conversations that you may have set up through virtual agent today, including password reset. It gives the ability to search knowledge base articles. Anything you can do within virtual agent, you can do through virtual agent in Teams. It's got AI-powered search, and that AI-powered search extends now into channels and chats. So one of the things you can see in the screenshot here is you go into the search extension, or the extension area at the bottom of the screen. You can see in this screenshot there's a Now button. You can find your virtual or your ServiceNow application that's been put into Teams and search through that. And this allows an employee to share what they may have learned, what they know through ServiceNow. Say if they want to share a knowledge base article or a service catalog item or anything else that's in ServiceNow, that can be shared through a chat or a channel. You don't have to be inside the ServiceNow application to do that. So a powerful feature that released in August as well. There's also live agent handoff, where an employee who is working through virtual agent but needs some live assistance can connect directly to an agent. The transcript of the chat is passed over to the agent as well, and this all happens within a natural workspace for the employee, right? They never have to leave Teams, and the agent themselves also stays within ServiceNow. So that is it for the employee experience. Let's move on now to the agent experience. All right. We talked a little bit about virtual agent and how it enabled an employee to interact directly with the live agent. Here on the agent side, we like to talk about how it provides this seamless interaction. And you can see here in the screenshot how the agent sees what they see in the chat on the ServiceNow side, in addition to what the employee sees when they're inside of Teams. The virtual agent transcript is shared, and like I think I mentioned earlier, the transcript is retained for future review. From an agent to employee chat perspective, this is a capability that enables an agent to go into an incident or some other record within ServiceNow and to collaborate directly with the employee with the requester. So they can kick off a Teams chat, go directly into Teams, and have the necessary back and forth to address issues and try to resolve an incident. Again, here, all of the chat conversation history is retained and keeps the employee in their natural workspace. In addition to chatting with requesters or employees, agents can chat with other agents. So if they need to reach out to a colleague and they want to talk about a specific incident, share the link to it, and retain the chat history, that chat can be kicked off through ServiceNow. and that necessary collaboration can take place to help, again, resolve incidents quicker. From a major incident management perspective, the integration includes this notification capability from ServiceNow to send out notifications within Teams to prescribed audiences. It could be to some specific group, or it could be to all employees based on the severity of the incident and the needs of the organization. So here we just see an incident where payroll is down, and this is shared with everybody and to keep them advised that the system is down and to not open another ticket. In addition to that, this Teams chat, this war room can be set up from an incident. So if they're from the major incident dashboard workbench, if there is an incident where subject matter experts are needed to get on a call together to address it and try to remediate, that can be set up. There's information around who joins, how long they participate, etc., as well as a link to the recording itself, again, to try to enable a faster resolution directly from the integration of ServiceNow with Microsoft Teams. This call can be kicked off directly from the ServiceNow interface. Very straightforward. We'll see what this looks like in the demonstration as well. We've been looking at agent-to-employee chat in Service Operations Workspace. It also works in the platform. You can see up here, kick off Start Microsoft Teams Chat. Straightforward from this perspective as well, depending on how an organization leverages ServiceNow. The integration works either way in the platform view or through another workspace. In terms of conference management, we've made some improvements. This is from Q3, where agents and SMEs had to switch back and forth between ServiceNow and a collaboration tool like Microsoft Teams. Now, a lot of the conference management can be done from within ServiceNow, which is useful for the agent to have to toggle less between a call and ServiceNow where they're recording information about the subject matter. So here users can initiate and manage the collaborations directly within the ServiceNow platform. Another screenshot that speaks to what kicking off that conference would actually look like. Again, it provides a more modern user experience and helps things move faster to get these calls set up so that issues can be closed. And finally, in Q3, we also launched an integration between Sidebar and Service Operations Workspace. So now, whenever an agent wants to chat with a requester or another subject matter expert, they can stay inside of ServiceNow, as you can see in the screenshot, while an employee or somebody else may be inside of Teams. So Sidebar is a new collaborative chat capability within ServiceNow, and its integration with Teams is now makes it easier for agents and requesters to communicate together. So looking at it from the Rome timeframe back in 2020 or so, you can see how we've had a continuous progression of innovation all the way to our Vancouver release. We talked today about some of the capabilities at launch, such as Employee Center being available in Teams, Outlook, and M365. We talked about the streamlined approval process through the Approvals Hub in Employee Center. AI search results within natural workflow. This was the search extension, as well as some generative AI capabilities that are available within ServiceNow that can be achieved through the integration with Teams, as well as this integrated Teams conference management experience. So quite a bit that's been delivered over the past handful of years in terms of the ServiceNow and Microsoft 365 relationship. Next, we'll get into the forward-looking roadmap.